What if a simple sound, a few syllables repeated with devotion, could actually rewire your nervous system? Not metaphorically, not symbolically, but physiologically. Ancient yogis have been repeating mantra for thousands of years. Many describe a strange experience. After chanting for a while, breathing slows down, mind becomes quiet, and a feeling of deep joy begins to rise from within. But is this just spirituality, or is there real science behind it? Today, we explore how a simple mantra may influence your brainwaves, your nervous system, and even your emotional patterns through the science of sound. The mantra, Baba Nam Kevalam, comes from the spiritual tradition of modern Tantra. The phrase is in Sanskrit. Its meaning is simple but profound. Everything is the expression of the love. Or more simply, only divine love exists. When practitioners chant this mantra, they don't just repeat the sound, they combine it with ideation, the feeling that every being, every atom, every moment is filled with love. But something interesting happens when people chant this mantra rhythmically. Their body begins to change. Their breathing changes. Their heart rhythm changes. Their brain activity changes. To understand why, we need to understand how sound affects the nervous system. Your brain is not silent. It is constantly producing electrical rhythms. Scientists call them brainwaves. Different mental states produce different frequencies. Beta waves when you are stressed or thinking intensely. Alpha waves when you are relaxed. Theta waves during meditation. Delta waves during deep sleep. The brain naturally synchronizes with external rhythms. This phenomenon is called neural entrainment. If you hear rhythmic music, your brain waves start matching that rhythm. If you listen to repetitive sounds, your brain begins to calm down. This is why rhythmic drumming, chanting, and repetitive prayer have been used in spiritual traditions across the world. The brain is literally entrained by sound, and mantra chanting is one of the oldest forms of neural entrainment technology. Another reason chanting works involves one of the most important nerves in your body, the vagus nerve. This nerve connects the brain with the heart, the lungs, and the digestive system. It controls the parasympathetic nervous system, that is, the system responsible for relaxation, healing, emotional stability. When you chant a mantra slowly, several things happen at once. Your breathing becomes deeper, your vocal cords vibrate, your chest resonates with sound. These vibrations stimulate the vagus nerve, and when the vagus nerve activates, the body shifts from fight or flight to rest and restore. Heart rate slows, stress hormones decrease, and the brain enters a calmer state. In other words, chanting literally tells your nervous system that it is safe to relax. But the most fascinating part is what happens over time. Modern neuroscience shows that the brain is not fixed. It constantly changes through a process called neuroplasticity. Repeated mental patterns create new neural pathways. If someone constantly worries, the brain becomes better at worrying. If someone constantly feels gratitude, the brain becomes better at gratitude. Mantra repetition works the same way. When someone chants Baba Nam Kevalam daily, the mind repeatedly focuses on love. The nervous system repeatedly experiences calm. The brain repeatedly enters meditative states. Over time, this changes neural circuits. Regions of the brain responsible for stress become less reactive. Areas responsible for compassion and emotional balance become stronger. Meditators say, after months of practice, their mind naturally becomes more peaceful. Their nervous system has literally been trained into calmness. Have you ever noticed something special about group chanting? When many people sing the same mantra together, something unusual happens. Breathing patterns synchronize. Heart rhythms begin to align. Voices resonate in a shared acoustic space. Psychologists call this emotional synchronization, and neuroscientists believe mirror neurons play a role. Your brain automatically reflects the emotional state of people around you. So when a group chants Baba Nam Kevalam with devotion, a collective field of calm and joy begins to form. This is why many people say that kirtan, or spiritual chanting, can produce a deep feeling of bliss. Not because of belief alone, but because many nervous systems are regulating each other simultaneously. But there is one final element that ancient yogis emphasized, and modern science is only beginning to understand. It is called ideation. In mantra meditation, sound is not repeated mechanically. The mind is filled with a specific feeling or concept, in this case, universal love. When sound vibration and emotional ideation combine, something powerful happens. The brain begins associating the sound of the mantra with the feeling of love and peace. Over time, the mantra itself becomes a trigger. Simply repeating the sound can activate the same emotional state. This is why experienced meditators sometimes say the moment they begin chanting, their mind immediately enters a calm and joyful state. The nervous system has learned the pattern. So when yogis repeated the mantra, Baba Nam Kevalam, they were not just performing a ritual. They were using a powerful combination of sound vibration, breath rhythm, emotional ideation, and neural repetition to reshape the mind. Modern neuroscience now confirms something yogis discovered thousands of years ago. The brain is deeply influenced by sound and repetition. And sometimes, the simplest practices can produce the deepest transformations. A few syllables, a steady rhythm, and a mind filled with love. Baba Nam Kevalam.